Hello, everybody. It's the 3rd of March, and I am currently looking at yes on the 5 minutes. So we're going to be using the two-step model. So the first part, of course, is to find direction between 9:30 and 10:15. The second part is to wait for a retracement into a fair value gap. The final part is to find a confluence between a Fibonacci and the fair value gap. After this point, we simply implement a trade setup. So an entry, stop loss, and targeting. If you know anything about the two-step model, the targeting is fairly straightforward because it's a measured move. And the only thing we need to worry ourselves with is the entry and of course the stop loss. So I'll be going through that hopefully today. Right now we have a market open. So we are currently so that's the first 5 minutes, and that's the next one, which is 9:35. So we're currently running through that right now. So of course, the first part is we wait for a direction to be set. That's a swing low, and then of course a swing high. All right, 9:50 a.m. Just to let you know, I am aware there is a 1 minute setup on the 1 minute, but I am not taking that. I am only focused on the 5 minutes. So yes, I am aware of the 1 minute setup, which triggered around here actually, but I'm only taking the 5 minutes. All right, it's 10:20. So as you can see clearly, the direction is down. We do not have any fair value gaps on the 5 minutes, and we haven't actually established a swing low yet. So the only one I can see is right here, and it's really very close to this candle. So we have a swing high, but we don't have a swing low. All right, so and we don't have a fair value gap. We have a lot of wicks. So I'll keep an eye on this one. The other thing to note is that we have extended for the day, so we are over 100 points. And I don't really see us unless we're going to just crash through, extending even more. Um, so I'll keep an eye on this one. If we get a very deep retracement back to this order block right here, maybe I'll think about it. But it has to be very, very deep, just because trying to take a trade here is will be suicidal for me. We are way, 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 way over the 100 points. We've not even established a swing low yet on the 5 minutes. So this one I'll keep an eye on just for a couple of more minutes and then decide what I'll do next. All right, folks. So just by the way, I mentioned that the 1 minute there was an opportunity on the 1 minute. So right here, you can see this swing high that was established. This move down. Then there was this swing low. Then we get a retracement. You need more than one candle for a retracement. We retrace into this fair value gap, which overlaps on a fib. So we run the fib from here to here. You can see that that kind of overlaps right there. So we have the kind of three steps as it relates to the 1 minute. And then if you run your projection, so if we take the fib, sorry, again, let me change the fib and we go to, okay, let's change this. And we just project it from that swing low. You can see that on the 1 minute, we have hit TP. Again, this is the 1 minute. I do not, in these videos, trade using the 1 minute, only the 5 minutes. The point of me showing this is just to demonstrate that the two-step model works for any time frame. So if you're like me and you don't like multitasking different time frames, you pick one time frame that you want to use and you just repeat every day. Because sometimes it will trigger on the 1 minute, Sometimes it'll trigger on the 5 minutes, and sometimes it'll trigger on the 15 minutes. For me, I prefer the 5 minutes because the 1 minute is just a bit too quick. So I'll keep an eye on the 5 minutes for a little bit longer and then decide my next steps. All right, it's 11:20. We have set this swing low, swing high, but as you can see, because there's no fair value gap, 5 minute fair value gap, it's not really worth a punt, right? I wanted price to retrace a lot deeper because remember I said price had extended for the day. We had already hit the 100 points and it was unlikely to extend. So the retracement was the most probable option. We could potentially go back again to challenge those lows. That's possible. But after sort of assessing it, we don't have a fair value gap. We are, if you use the fixed range profile here, volume profile, and we do it from this high to this low, as you can see, we are challenging that high of that fair value area. So that would be potentially and we have this rejection in 5 minutes. So that would be a potential punt, but I don't want to punt today. I would just there's so much happening in the world. If you like the idea of the two-step, you like watching the two-step in practice, watch the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.